On October 26th, 2020, the exact day that the non-compete expired, during a pandemic and the week of the presidential election.
Sounds like a great time to launch a company.
Bobbi Brown launched Jones Road Beauty at the age of 63.
So don't you love that story? I feel like
just saying that gives me chills.
Yeah.
Welcome to Married to the Startup. I'm Alicia McKenzie, a wellness entrepreneur and digital creator. Alongside me is my amazing husband, George, the CEO who's always ready for a new challenge. We've been navigating marriage and running startups for over a decade, and we're here to share the real, unfiltered journey with you. Join us for insights and candid conversations about integrating love, family, and entrepreneurship. This is Married to the Startup, where every day is a new adventure.
Welcome back to another episode of Married to the Startup. I'm your host, Alicia McKenzie.
And I'm George.
And this is Fitzgerald.
Indeed.
Hi, Fitzgerald. All right, today's episode is number 75.
At least we think.
I'm pretty sure. And it is actually coming from a comment on a
YouTube video.
Which one, though? Which episode was it? I know which episode.
Don't know.
It was the Victoria and Richard
Okay, the
episode.
Mackenzie episode?
Yeah, it was the Mackenzie Child episode.
Okay.
And they told us to go look into the story of Bobbi Brown, not the singer.
Not the singer, not the actress from Stranger Things.
No.
Okay.
Wait, there's a Bob. Oh,
Isn't that her name?
Is that
Millie Bobby Brown? Yeah.
Millie Bobbi Brown?
That's right, yeah.
That
see?
is.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is actually a billion-dollar makeup brand.
Yeah, I guess it's her prerogative.
What's that?
My prerogative is a Bobbi Brown song. Jeez. How do you not know that song?
Went over my head.
It's my prerogative.
Okay, got it. There we go.
Do what I want to do.
We're tracking.
Got it. Good.
We're tracking.
All right.
So, Bobbi Brown is something you still see in the store today.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting because it's along the same lines of the Mackenzie Child story in terms of selling out to a bigger company and then also selling your name.
Yes.
But in this case, somewhat more of a happy ending, I think.
Yeah. And I think, so it's saying that, I guess she built $1 billion brand.
So she started the company Bobbi Brown Cosmetics in 1991.
Okay.
And she started in, I think, Bergdorf's.
Okay.
Bergdorf Goodman. Mm-hmm. And she had I think it was 12 or so lip glosses, right?
Okay.
And they sold out the very first day. And she was interesting in the marketplace because in the early 90s, she was came out with this be yourself, not be somebody else type deal. So her makeup, and I think the term that she used was no makeup. And it was kind of she's the one that pioneered that.
Yes.
So it was using, natural skin tones, kind of looking like you, not trying to look like somebody else. Mm-hmm. And
which coming out of the 80s was, it was different, right? Because in the 80s, it was a lot of I don't know, I wasn't there, but a lot of blue eyeshadows.
Yeah, it was really bright lipstick colors. Everything was out there. Mm-hmm. So she built a thriving business. And within 4 years, that business, Bobbi Brown Cosmetics, was purchased by Estée Lauder. So if you think about it.
In 4 years?
Yeah, in 4 years. So she's 38 years old.
Yeah.
She's got this multi-million-dollar business that she's built from the ground up. Yeah. And she gets an offer from a gigantic cosmetics company, right? And it's got to be, earth-shattering and transformative. So she sells the company for $74.5 million in 1995, right? So that's a lot of cheddar.
Yeah. That's a lot of money back then.
Yeah, imagine when you're 38 and you say, you're getting $74.5 million at 38 years old. You're jumping at that opportunity.
Yeah.
And with that opportunity came, a few clauses kind of similar to what we've talked about before in some of these other stories, right? So one was she had a non-compete, but the non-compete was 25 years.
Yes.
A 25-year non-compete.
Yes.
And she sold not only the formulas to her lip glosses and her cosmetics, she sold her distribution channels, she sold her formulas, all that, and she also sold her name.
Yes. So the
Bobbi
company
Brown Cosmetics.
Yeah. The company's named after her.
Right. So very similar to Mackenzie Childs, where she had sold her name during the acquisition process. Same here. And 25 years just seems like an enormous amount of time for a non-compete. And I think, she's quoted as saying that, when she sold at the time that, 25 years, I'm 38, I'm not going to want to work when I'm in my 60s.
Yeah.
Right. So that was her philosophy is, hey, I sold this company to Estee Lauder. I'm going to continue to build the brand within Estee Lauder. Mm-hmm. And by the time I'm 60, I'm not going to want to work anyway.
Yeah. And that's an important thing to make note of is that she stayed on as the chief creative officer, helping grow the brand to over $1 billion in sales. So she was still around.
Yeah. And she was still like going gangbusters, right? Like took it to $1 billion empire. That's a ton.
Yeah. And her husband was a part of the conversation, right? Like they sold the company. So he was all on board, right? Sell the name, sign the 25-year non-compete, get the cash.
I mean, $74.5 million will make you sign away a lot of things, I'm sure, especially in 1995 money. Mm-hmm.
So she stayed on board with Estee Lauder for over 2 decades.
Right.
Right. And then I think the dynamics started to shift.
Yeah. And she describes the last couple years as kind of pretty miserable within Estee Lauder. And I can empathize with that. Like coming from a business where you call all the shots and you are, scrappy and making things happen. And then you go to a much larger entity. I didn't hold out 20 years like she did, but I can imagine that, you want to have that autonomy. You want to have that freedom of choice. And then, within 20 years in that Estee Lauder environment, which continued to acquire and grow into this big conglomerate that it probably, didn't, when she looked in the mirror, she didn't see the same thing.
Yeah.
So I get it.
And when you're a fast mover, it's hard to work slow.
Yes.
Right. I'm sure there was a lot of things that she wanted to do that had to go through so-and-so's approval, who had to be approved by that. And then you had to have a meeting to approve that. And then a meeting about the meeting. Like, it's just.
Yeah. And it said that they released a contour palette under her name.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like the last straw because that she thought that kind of undermined everything that she built in her whole philosophy of, the no makeup and being you.
Yes.
Versus someone else that kind of that really turned her off.
Yeah, so she eventually left in December of 2016, which meant that she still had 4 years left on her non-compete.
Yeah, so right? 4 years of waiting it out. God, do I know how that feels.
Are you still on your non-compete?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so legally mandated doing nothing.
Yes.
Right?
And she describes it as a unique form of torment.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty good. It's pretty apropos.
Absolutely. So Bobbi and Steve redirected together and they came up with, I guess, just different companies like Just Bobbi, which I don't even know what that does.
Me neither. And Evolution 18.
Yeah. The George Hotel.
Yep.
And they stayed in motion as a couple. Aw, babe.
Yeah.
That's
they
kind of like
to work.
us.
I know. Yeah. You did little side projects.
Yeah. You stay in motion.
Even though they were professionally frozen from what she wanted to do.
Exactly. So, the next step would be waiting out that non-compete. And then I guess they went on a trip somewhere.
Yeah. And this is one of my favorite parts of the story.
Yeah.
Right? The origin of the name of the new company.
Yes. And
right. So did they hire this, marketing company to ideate for months and months and months and storyboard and vision board and kind of figure out what identifies their unique flavor? No?
No.
How'd they do it?
They went on a trip, and then she held the phone to navigate, and Waze showed Jones Road was the street ahead.
She said the name out loud, and they said, I like it.
I like that.
Yeah. How crazy.
Which, okay. Talking about Jones Road. So this is a brand that came to me maybe 3 years ago. And brands offer to send me product a lot of the times because I have a decent sized platform, but I have a reputation of not promoting shitty products, right? Like I will not share on stories a product that I don't actually use and haven't spent my real money on, right? So Jones Road came to me, they gave me a bunch of product. I actually liked it. And now I'm a consumer and I use it often. But Jones Road was her next move. And
which they started which I think is fantastic. So they started it with the $2 million of their own money. Mm-hmm. So no outside investors, I can't wait to, I'm going to try to raise capital.
Yeah.
I'm going to get private equity. Like we talked about before, you hear a lot of entrepreneurs, like that's the legitimizer, right? Like, I got in private equity or I got in venture capital. Mm-hmm. Blah, 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 that's like some barometer of success. And these, the Bobbi Brown cosmetics the rebirth into Jones Road is, I think the other side of that story is, do it in spite of it. Like you can have enormous success without it.
Yes.
And I think this is a testament to that. Like they use their own money. They have no external board of directors. It's a family-run business, 100% equity held within the family.
Yes.
So they start it
on October 26th, 2020, the exact day that the non-compete expired during a pandemic and the week of the presidential election.
Sounds like a great time to launch a company.
Bobbi Brown launched Jones Road Beauty at the age of 63.
So don't you love that story? I feel like
just saying that gives me chills.
Yeah, and I feel like people overanalyze everything. Like, we want to launch on this date, or we got to make sure everything is perfect, and it's got to be you put the date out on a Friday so people can ingest it over the weekend, or you put it on a Monday so you can talk about it all week. Do you launch the company in spring or summer? Like she launched it when it made sense for her, which was the exact day that my non-compete expired, regardless of the external factors that were going on around her.
Yeah.
Like
you could find a million reasons not to do something.
Yes.
So you just fucking do it.
Yep. Just need one reason to do it.
Just do it. So in year one, the revenue was $20 million.
That's a great opening year, right? Opening salvo into the marketplace?
Yeah.
20 million?
Yeah.
Gangbusters.
Year two, $60 million.
Bang.
Year three, $115 million. Approaching $140 million.
Isn't that fantastic?
Right. And the valuation is $1 billion.
Right. And can you imagine how many private equity funds have crawled out of the woodworks to talk to them?
Oh, yeah.
Same as like the Estée Lauder or those esque companies probably have crawled out and saying, can we acquire you? Can we acquire you? And, the fact that to be worth $1 billion and still be 100% family owned. And then the intentionality of their business, right? Of saying,
I love it.
Fuck all the big box stores.
Yeah.
I'm not going in Sephora.
No.
I'm not going in name your beauty supply company. I will have my direct to consumer and I'll have a subset of boutiques.
Absolutely.
And fuck everybody else.
It's amazing. So they have 115 employees. They have 6 company owned brick and mortar locations, and they are intentionally not in Sephora or Ulta.
Isn't that awesome?
Which, okay, as a consumer, it's very annoying, but I love the brand so much that I buy everything online.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer to buy everything online.
No,
Maybe
sometimes I like to go to the store and like look at stuff because it's pretty.
No.
And then you see other things. And I think one really important thing to note is that they had a huge viral moment in 2023. So Black Friday of 2023, they sold and this is the first product that I used. It was the Miracle Balm. And when I first got the
Who told you to put a bomb on it? Did I tell you about a bomb on it?
Can you not? Can you?
It's a Seinfeld reference.
I don't like
3% of our audience will get that.
So they have this product called the Miracle Balm, and it comes in a jar. It's very beautiful. I should have brought it down with me. I have some up in my bathroom. But on Black Friday of 2023, they sold 375,000 units. And that was Shopify's #1 product that day. So that was a huge viral moment for them. And then from there, it just kind of exploded.
Yeah. And then she's like a TikTok person now in her 60s.
Is she?
Yeah, so it's I haven't seen her personal brand.
Now I kind of want to go look.
Yeah, but it's something. It's just amazing, like to reinvent yourself in your 60s. And her daughter-in-law, I think, or her daughter is the CMO.
Yeah.
So I imagine she's like promoting her and pushing it out there. But like rebranding yourself as this visionary, person in the clean beauty market, and then putting yourself out there in TikTok and building a brand in this new media is awesome, isn't it?
Inspirational, all of the above.
And it probably just completely is contrary to what like an Estée Lauder senior director or management person would do.
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh, you're running this business unit within Estee Lauder of Bobbi Brown Cosmetics, and you cannot be on social media. You cannot post here because the fear of negative brand equity. And now she's like, no, I'm going to do it.
But not only that, like the market in which she entered is so saturated. So saturated. There are a million beauty brands out there.
The clean beauties?
No, like just global beauty in general. Like the total addressable market of the beauty brand, or the beauty industry and personal care market is what, $492 billion?
That's huge. So a lot of people are fishing in that pond.
That's massive.
Yeah.
And then like the projected total addressable market is $742 billion by the year 2030.
Yeah, all these little Sephora girls.
So then you dial that down a little bit, like you have the clean beauty. And this is where if you go on social media, you see like the 30-step skincare products and like all of these clean beauty influencers and so on and so forth. And it's important because we were talking about this. How many products a day do you think a woman uses?
I was astounded when I heard the number. And then now when you break it down, maybe it's not so bad.
Yeah. So I think, how many was it? Was it like 11?
No, 13. I think 13 products is the average beauty products a woman uses per day.
Yes. So women use 13 products on average with a total of 114 unique chemicals in those products.
That's crazy.
Right. And that's 10% of adults using 25 plus products per day.
Wow.
10%.
That's a lot.
And when you think about it, you're like, there's no way. But then when you really break it down, like you have your deodorant, you have body wash, you have lotion, sunscreen, hair products, lipstick, eye makeup, like all of the different products that you are slathering onto your face, really focusing on those ingredients and what's in them is really important, especially when you have young children, right? Because you look at the parabens, you look at the phthalates and how now that's affecting boys with gynecomastia. Google gynecomastia. It's basically young boys having boobs, right? Because of the certain fragrances that are used within their products. So consumers are becoming more aware of what is going on to and into their body. And Jones Road really hit a note by saying, okay, our products are clean. This is a list of all our ingredients. We don't use parabens. We don't use phthalates. We don't use talcs. Like just going down the list and bam, bam, bam. And Jones Road hit the frickin' mark.
Yeah.
And their revenue speaks to it.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, she found a market segment that she could really attack. And then also it's authentic to who she was, like her brand of the no makeup and, being very, I guess,
intentional,
transparent and intentional about what she was building. And I think that's, amazing.
It's funny you said the no makeup because there is actually a brand out there called the no makeup. So I'm wondering if she has any sort of like IP or
probably not, because
right?
if that was her beginning, it's probably owned by Estée Lauder.
Probably.
Right? Like whatever she said prior was probably got wrapped up in that purchase.
That sounds like a cease and desist letter coming.
Yeah. It's just funny, right? Like if you look at this story, she signed a 25-year non-compete at 38.
Yeah.
And that's something that we've talked about a lot about, really trying to not get caught up in the euphoria of a transaction and really understand what it is you're signing.
Yeah.
Because, I say it a lot, we used to say it a lot when we would drink, right? Like, oh, that's a tomorrow George problem.
Yeah.
Like, I drink what I want tonight. That's a tomorrow George problem.
Yeah.
Tomorrow George fucking hates yesterday George. But like, you're making decisions for the you 3 years from now, 5 years from now, in her case, 25 years from now.
That's wild.
Right? And it's hard to put that into perspective that whatever decision you make, most likely you're not going to like it.
Yeah.
Like, especially you're like, oh, I signed this, I sold for $74.5 million. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
If I don't work, I don't work, whatever. And in her case, it's like most people, like the 25-year non-compete was a long one. She chose to build $1 billion business for somebody else during that 20 years. And then she had this continual 4-year ice period, which I'm sure you can, provide testimony to the fact that, when you're kind of, especially I think my Accenture non-compete wait out year was probably harder than this one.
Yes.
But it's a hard dynamic for the spouse, like the person whose identity was wrapped up in this business.
Yeah.
And then walked away. had to walk away, and they cannot do the business that you've done your whole adult life, leaves a hole. And then, you wrestle with who you are as a person. You wrestle with how to fill the hours in the day. You wrestle with how to stay relevant. Like, it's lots.
I would love to hear what she did during that 4 years.
And her husband, like, I'm sure it was a family. I mean, this business is 100% family, right?
Yes.
Like, I can imagine that the family dynamic, like, what'd they do? Did they just travel, or was it, how did he support her during those times where I'm sure she was going through the same emotional, like, who am I?
Yeah. Moments. I have nothing. I don't have emails to check. I don't have.
Yeah. It was the weirdest feeling.
What do you do?
Yeah.
And like, to be in an industry that she's in where it is everywhere. It's everywhere. But it is smart that I wonder if it was maybe just a lot of research. Like, was she silently working on this project behind the scenes for 4 years?
Collecting data. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
But I love that, like, I felt like, reading the story, maybe she did take those times to say, okay, what did I not enjoy about working for a large company?
Yeah.
Like, what did I enjoy when it was Bobbi Brown Cosmetics? And then she built Jones Road with those things in mind of, I want to build a company I want to work for, a company I want to get up every day and pour my energy into. And that, I see a lot of myself in that, because it's like, oh, I would want to be in a family business.
Yeah.
Where I'm working with my spouse, I'm working with my kids, I'm doing, building something that will outlast me.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like, she built that first $1 billion business within, another company and had to walk away from it. And now she's building a $1 billion business that will live on past her. And her kids are being a part of it, her husband's a part of it. And it's crazy how all of it started with two of them in the car, getting directions from Waze, right? Jones Road.
Yeah.
It's the small little conversations you have that make big impacts later.
Yeah. That's a key thing to know, because people put so much thought and energy and effort to making changes or launches or this, and it doesn't matter, right? Like, it's not that complicated. It's not that serious. Her sign was literally a street sign.
Yeah, a Waze. It was a Waze, like the Waze app.
Yeah.
She MapQuested it.
Yep.
Just like, I know, I'm bringing it back. MapQuesting.
MapQuest is not
MapQuesting is the new way to describe what you're doing.
Okay.
You may use Waze, but you are MapQuesting.
Got it. It's the verb.
It is.
Okay, perfect. Okay, let's touch on how much women spend a month on
beauty.
On beauty.
Skincare?
Yes, beauty and skincare.
Well, 13 products a day.
So if you had to guess, like, with no notes in your hand, how much do you think the average American woman spends monthly on cosmetics?
Monthly.
Yes.
Let's say you are definitely, there's nothing about you that's average.
No, you can't think about me.
I know, you are not average. So let's say $250.
$330 a month.
Wow.
So that equates to $3,960 a year.
Wow. Almost $4,000 a year on cosmetics.
So that's the average annual spend per woman on cosmetics. And then the annual beauty spend for a woman aged 30 to 39 in 2024 was $9,784.
Wow. And what's the average salary of, I probably should have pulled that.
Yeah.
So I wonder what percentage of pay, like take-home pay, is being spent on health and beauty.
So let's talk about the pink tax, right? Like,
that's crazy.
As a woman, you are expected to look a certain way in the workplace.
Okay.
And if you don't, people think something's wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
You are included in people.
I'm people?
You're part of people.
I'm people?
You are 100% a part of people.
Oh, I'm just Judgy McJudson. Yeah.
Yeah.
I judge. I'm a judger.
That's not a good thing.
Passes the time.
Read a book. That passes the time as well, right?
People watching is fun.
People watching is fun, but judging somebody based on their appearance because maybe they can't afford it or maybe they don't want it or...
Yeah, I just like making up backstories for people.
Really?
Like knowing nothing about them. You just look at them and try to make up a backstory.
I had a woman reach out to me on social media and she DM'd me and said that What was she asking me about? Oh. I had shared like a travel case that I use when we go out of town because I don't like bringing my products with me. So I just squirt it into like this little travel case and pop it in my bag. And she asked me, she's like, well, do you actually like them? And I was like, yeah, they serve the purpose, right? And I was like, it fits my skincare, and sometimes I put makeup in it. And she's like, well, I don't even wash my face, so I wouldn't need that many of them. And I'm like, wait, what? She's like, yeah, I live on a farm in Montana. I don't wash my face. I was like, wow. Like, she uses water. I guess it's a part of her cleansing process at night in the shower, but she doesn't have like a dedicated skincare routine.
I didn't have a dedicated skincare routine until like 2 years ago.
And why did you change?
Because I'm getting old. And wrinkly. And my wife is young and hot. So I got to like tighten up.
Average 7.
Tighten up.
Yeah. So that was a surprise to me. Like it just, I wash my face.
Yeah.
Wash your face.
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, I guess it takes all kinds.
Yeah.
So I wonder how long.
So, but
I guess beauty has been around forever, so who knows?
No, but what's interesting is that after that conversation, like I took a hard look at my skincare products and I actually cut back because I'm like, okay, this woman doesn't even wash her face. Do I really need freaking 500 Korean skincare products? And then when I stopped, like I went through like a huge Korean skincare like type deal after I was influenced on social media. And I started having the worst breakouts, like
during using the Korean skincare?
Yeah, it was terrible. So then I just like, I cut it all off. And then like on the weekends, I only use 2 products and like my skin are so much better for it. But like that conversation like opened my eyes. I'm like, wait, why? If she's not even washing her face, why the fuck do I need
I think
10 different products?
Because you're being sold it and influenced.
Of course.
Right?
Yes.
Like I wonder how much of our lives and the things that we consume are because we're being sold versus what we actually need or desire.
Yes.
Like things that make our life better versus things we buy because marketing is so fucking good.
I have unfollowed so many like 20-step routine people because I'm like, I don't want that in my life.
Well, who the fuck can do 20 steps?
Oh my God.
It's got to be like 3. Anything more than 3 steps, I'm not going to fucking do it. I'm not going to remember it. 20 steps. Unless it's getting sober. I don't know. How many steps is sobriety?
12.
12. See?
Yeah.
See? Even they don't do 20.
They don't even do 20. So the moral of the story is...
do what you love. No.
Don't sign 25-year... No,
I think the moral is like, be who you are, right? So I think she created a brand. She made a deal and she got handsomely rewarded for it. $74.5 million in 1995 is no small sum.
Yes.
Right? And she saw that business, but even though she built $1 billion business for somebody else, even at 63, she knew she wasn't done.
Yeah.
And she bided her time and she launched a business her way, right? A business built the way she wanted to build it and the way she wanted to run it. And she's still, it seems like, transforming herself and still adapting and still learning, like jumping into TikTok, doing these things that are in her 60s, right? In her mid to late 60s by now.
Yeah.
And that's fantastic. And it's probably a lesson and an inspiration for all of us that, it's never too late for your second act or your next chapter.
Your next chapter.
Oh, did you like that?
Yeah.
Oh,
good job, Fabe. Good job.
It's never too late.
Yeah. With the introduction of social media and being able to see what everybody's doing, it is so easy to feel like you were behind.
Yes.
Right? Like, I should be doing this. I should be doing that. So-and-so just launched a business. This girl just sold her business, right? Like, there's no lack of self-pressure.
Yeah. There's no lack of self-promotion. That's 100% of what social media is.
Yeah.
It's self-promotion.
Yeah, but then internally, like, you feel the pressure that you're not doing enough.
Yeah, I have the same problem.
And you're not even on social media.
I know, but my social media is like LinkedIn. I get on LinkedIn and you're like, everyone's like, celebrating this, doing that, won this award, doing that. And I'm like, fuck, maybe I need to post more. And then I realized, hey, I don't care.
But all that to say is that you are not behind, right? If she can do this and launch Jones Road at 63 years old, after living out a 25-year non-compete and 4 years of doing nothing, like, You can do anything.
Yeah, and she's doing it with the support of her family. Like
with her
everybody's
family.
doing it together. Her husband invested, and he's, I'm sure, in it. She's in it. Her daughter-in-law's in it. Her daughter, like everybody's in it. And I think to me, that's a dream. Like that's my dream.
Yeah, yeah, brilliant. This whole thing is brilliant. Bobbi Brown, I love you. I want to meet you. I want to chat and figure out what you did for those 4 years. Like all of it. Like this whole thing just gives me chills. So that's a good place to stop. If you have any companies or any suggestions, please put it in the comments because we are reading them. And
yeah, and this episode was brought to you by a comment.
Yeah, so
hopefully we can get some more.
For sure. All right, we'll see you next week.
Thank you for tuning in to Married to the Startup. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please take a moment to like, rate, and subscribe to our podcast. Your support helps us reach more people and keeps the conversation going. If you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, drop me a message. I love hearing from you guys. Until next time.